we're going to play small a lot this year. They got 5 guards on the floor. Yep. You and I could play this game, maybe. There's Fog Allen, James Naismith, who you have to thank for us being here. Nice drive and finish.
Wilson unable to get it on the first try. Is there for the second effort.
Empty side drive. This is the small lineup, so you see a lot of this. They dribble drive and just unable to convert on that one, but really stick-to-itiveness here. Number 10 in your program. Wilson, finish it. No, it is. It's really a fun game. Little back screen. They're great on out of bounds, and here they are.
Yep, Wilson again.
They do such a great job. So many things and variety that they provide.
Braun covered up. Thompson gets a look over the closing Kispert. Tipped alive by Wilson. Twisting to put it back up and in. Nice take by Wilson.
This is their 5-yard lineup. You'll see a lot of this intermittently. Got to get going to the rim. Or just relying on that all game. Nice pass.
Oh, what a pass. Catch by Wilson and the finish. And it's the first double-digit lead of the game for the Jayhawks.
1-3-1 earlier. Nice little angle pass. Easy elbow delivery.
Wilson inside, and he muscles it up and in.
Fans in Kentucky, now they're all assistant coaches.
Yeah, that's true. Who can get it going? Who can provide a spark at the offensive end for Kansas? Wilson with a nice shot fake and a drive to lay it in.
Kentucky in the last few possessions. They need something here.
Wilson, and they get it. A big 3 for Jaylen Wilson. The follow is missed by Sarr. Oh, what an opportunity he had. And in transition at the other end, Wilson ties the game. And again, 5 perimeter players in the game right now for the Jayhawks. Bill Self going back to a smaller lineup.
He's going to ball handlers. You got ball handlers and drivers. There's the drive right there.
Wow.
Garrett looks like he's got a little more pep in his step tonight than he did in the last game, where he was really battling some illness.
He's got good size at 6'5" at the guard spot.
Wilson, boy, he has been a consistent scorer.
Catch and shoot 3, Jaylen Wilson.
He wants Christian Braun to be aggressive, and right there, Braun looking for his offense. Doesn't go down, but he wants to see him take more of those perimeter shots.
Wilson, blocking foul, is going to go against Mahoney.
Into half court. Now Bryce Thompson.
Wilson a 3, and a huge 3 for Kansas.
That showed some of his ability that everybody raves about. Went to Muller High School in Cincinnati.
Jaylen Wilson with a 3.
West Virginia special player.
Wilson, another 3, the 12th of the game for Kansas.
Without a question, no doubt. Nice pass. Nice look ahead.
Well, after Oklahoma State's second turnover of the game, Kansas has brought in Lightfoot for McCormick. And there's inside the lane. Wilson been able to take great advantage of that to trim this lead. They'll try to get it down to single digits here. That's a 2. That's good for Jaylen Wilson and makes it a 10-point game.
Shoes and socks off to go for the next shot.
Wilson with a runner, and there are his first points of the night.
Offensive half for the Bears. You give credit to Kansas. Kansas' defense has been good.
To your point, they turned it over 10 times.
Up and down, hot and cold.
Wilson, left hand, nice take by Jaylen Wilson.
They know they're caught red-handed. Kansas has not given 1 inch. I mean, Bill Self has been adamant from day one that they have not done anything that.
And Sherman is always ready to torch you coming off the bench.
Cutting through here is Wilson.
Yeah,
he got it for a reason.
Yeah, that was a settle because Culver had a much smaller guy on him, and I think that ball should have gone inside.
The floor in that first half.
Here's Brown trying to reset that Kansas offense. Wilson to the rack, puts it down, and here comes Kansas.
How about that drive and use of the offhand as well? The renaissance of Wilson. Loved him early in the year, struggled a little, lost maybe a little bit of confidence.
And the rebound by Wilson.
They can play a little half-court offense.
Here's Brown. Wilson from three. Got it.
Right step. Crossover stripped away from Bryce Williams. Brown comes back the other way.
Christian Brown not making shots, but he's done some really good things defensively. That high paint floater, got to have that in your arsenal.
Oklahoma State is shooting 31% from the field, and yet they're only down by 5, make it 7.
This is not the team that played in the first half, I know that.
Talk about flipping the script. They blew a big lead against West Virginia Saturday as Wilson hits a floater.
Boy, how about that screen by McCormick? And then how about that pass from McCormick and a chance for a three-point play.
For the old Nassau Coliseum, still standing, but new home of the New York Islanders hockey team. Driving to the rack, Wilson with the finish.
Straight appearance in the NCAA tournament. Wilson for three, there it is.
Well, Mark Scanlon was a longtime head coach at Raytown, where he coached a guy by the name of Tyronn Lue and others. There's Wilson with his bucket.
It'd be good to see the young fella get into rhythm.
Wilson step through, left hand off the glass. Wilson, foul line, knocks it down. Good kick out by McCormick. Wilson pays it off. Baji over the top for McCormick. Has it poked free, saved by Wilson. Count it, and the foul. Coleman lands. Finding Wilson on the drive. Jaylen lays it in.
Brown wandering in. Ball fake, kick out. Wilson. And he knocks it down. Only his third three. In the Big 12 on the road against Iowa State. Kansas won in Stillwater. There's Wilson with the bucket.
Rebound for Kansas. Into the corner, Jalen Wilson. He knocks it down. A three.
He's been way more aggressive than he typically is, particularly on the offensive end.
Jaylen Wilson going reverse side.
Rebounds and handles the ball. He might be their best all-around passer.
Wilson, jumper, got it. Wilson on the move, weaves through, puts it off the glass and in.
Yep, guards are judged by how they play in the paint.
And there's Wilson, that's a three. And Lightfoot with the rebound.
Great look.
And inside there's Jalen Wilson with the deuce.
Harris too strong. Wilson, the persistence pays off for the Jayhawks.
Shot clock winding down. Wilson's shot wouldn't go. Tip, and it's tipped in.
The glass, we're getting killed going to the 50-50 balls. He said, Ochai Abachi, you've got to go get the ball.
Another Cyclone turnover. Wilson, another and one opportunity. McCormick has been dominant. McCormick saved it. Kicks it out to Wilson, who knocks down a three. Dean Smith gets all the calls in this league. And people weren't happy with him.
For an opening. Ohlmeyer is a great defender.
Wilson splits defenders and banks it in. He loses his footing. Brown is scraping forward. He jars it loose. Break opportunity.
He's going to attack.
Wilson. Brady switching hands. 3-point lead for Oklahoma. McCormick hands it for Wilson. Strong. Long strides. Shot clock at 14. Catch, fire, jumper is good.
And Wilson drills one.
And 11 boards in this game. Wilson. Wilson all alone. Baseline through.
Kansas is hitting stride. That could be a problem for Kansas in the NCAA tournament's quick guards.
Wilson for three. Wilson again for three.
Tipped around, Cork tried to give it to Miller. It deflected off him, and here comes Jaylen Wilson, the drive in the bucket.
TCU got 8 more shots than Kansas.
Harris, high pass for McCormick, but he finds Wilson, able to collect, and Jalen lays it in.
Jaylen Wilson slices through the defense and puts it off the glass. And it really does seem like they get a lob for Ochai Agbaji almost every game, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. They know how to set it up and disguise it.
Wilson inside. That's a tough basket. Here in the second half, it'll be Texas Tech and Oklahoma in our nightcap. Wilson got post position. And over some tough defense, puts it up and in.
Agbaji. Harris flip inside. Good look. And there's Wilson's first 2 of the game. On top in this one. Jalen Wilson's had a big second half.
Yes, he has.
Just once, make it twice now. Clemens got it back. Little turnover. And that one's good. There's another tournament title in the SWAC for Texas Southern. Wilson for 3. Got it.
See, there's Hawkins again. Now that's just good offense by Jaylen Wilson.
Runs a break, 3 on 2. And Martin fakes it, gives it now, and Wilson scores. Here goes Wilson, taking on Hawkins. That's been the target.
Sophomore from Denton, Texas, takes it inside.
Wow, point blank layup. 2 missed. Finally gets it to go there for Wilson. Last 5 minutes here for Kansas.
He's 1 of 7. Wilson driving on Horkler. Takes him down low.
Oh, that's a man's
What a move.
That is
what a move.
Big boy move here by Wilson. Have to go.
Boy, McGusty's on a string. Here comes Wilson. Into Wardenberg.
Not there this time. Wilson turns around and over Dixon.
Watch out on Brown. You mentioned it. He can make them.
So can Wilson from here. And he does.
Boy, are they ready to play. Nice give back by Brown. Unselfish play.
Over the top, Lightfoot. 2 on him. Tap. Wilson got it back. Fights for it and delivers the 2.
Sanders doing a good job denying early.
Wilson slicing in and scores it off the back.
And that's his game right there.
Nice.
Watch Wilson.
Good look, run out.
Blocked it. Good pass. Harris. Short. Followed up. Yes. Points in the first half. Love.
Wow. I don't know about that one.
Up ahead. Wilson charging toward Manick, who stood his ground. And they're going to call it on Manick, and the basket count. Manny Manick said, let's go. And Harris steals it. Gives it up. Wilson. Up and in.
Omaha may have theirs here before too long. And Norm Roberts subbing in Bobby Pettiford to get him in to keep the pace up. And
fadeaway from Jay Will.
Miller had 6 3-pointers in their exhibition game earlier this fall. He's the type of guy that if he gets going, he can keep the bite in the game.
So you're a Marvel guy.
I'm kind of a comic book geek.
All right. Jaylen Wilson back at it. Don't forget about him. 14 in the first half for Jay Will in this first half. Dick going baseline. Wilson, 14 in the first half. Make it 17 for Jaylen Wilson. On the road in the Summit League, longtime rivals for a lot of those schools. Jaylen Wilson, what a finish in the air, around the world and in.
That Jay Will has here on the full speed cut, catches it in the air and dipsy-doos from left to right.
Last of the big 4, if you will, in this new class to commit to the program, committed late. Wilson forcing the issue and hanging and hitting.
Little spin move that will not go. And there's Grady Dick on cue. Here comes Wilson. And 1.
First of all, great lead pass from Kevin McCullough, and then Jaylen Wilson goes through not 1 but 2 Southern Utah Thunderbirds.
Ooh, post up. Yeah. Regional starting 5 out there for KU right now. Wilson got bumped, didn't matter. And 1. And 1.
Little handoff. Grady Dick is in the corner, so Jaylen Wilson's got all that space to operate.
Adams' biggest skill, 24 in white. This is Valentine, the size of it and how hard he plays. And Wilson again.
Wilson working on the smaller Hepburn. Wall comes to help and one.
What strength, though, by Jaylen Wilson.
Harris off the side of the backboard. McCullough gives to Wilson and one. Yesufu to Adams. Layup too strong. Adams gets it out. Wilson.
He's working hard on those picks, isn't he? Now Jaylen Wilson for three. But we saw him in warm-up. He couldn't miss. Jayhawks have 11 buckets, make it 12 buckets, and 9 assists.
From the free throw line. Wilson was 7 on the shot clock, opens the scoring.
Richmond's got to put his shoulder into you, and you are dead.
Deep three from Jaylen Wilson. The two that he's hit.
Here's Wilson.
Corner three.
Playing a little bit more aggressiveness.
Wilson and two. Gorgeous shot.
Freshman Grady Dick. First shot goes up from Jaylen Wilson. Not a surprise. Last Saturday against Indiana. Wilson just hesitated and then got around Opar, and he has 8 points. Yeah, that was 7 years ago. That was the only meeting between these two schools. This is meeting number 2. Wilson times down the floor for Kansas. Sakota gives it up. Silverstein, Ledlum from behind Wilson. And Ledlum's looking around like, what happened there?
There's a great cut, and let's watch. There's no foul. Great defense.
Harris thought about a 3. Wilson driving. Wilson reverse.
And because of the non-continuation, I don't think he had gathered to shoot it.
That's Wilson.
69-67. Wilson gets inside from the left side, drives right, puts it in. Weaving inside, couldn't roll it home. And now Wilson, Kansas with numbers. Harris back to Wilson, who puts it in.
Emmett Matthews at 6'7" had a size advantage. He just knifed right to the rim. Wilson casts off. These are two great shooting teams. Public apology on Friday. The last 2 games, he's received technical fouls, fouled out.
Wilson off the glass, and Jaylen Wilson on the board. Wilson jumper, got it. Wilson.
Great player, already impacting Kansas in a big way. Wilson off of a nice feed from Bobby Pettiford with the finish off the glass. Well, Bill Self is good as there is coming out of a timeout. He's setting something up for his team. So this is an isolation for Wilson. Wilson does a good job getting it up the lane for the lob. And then the footwork. The tightrope finds Adams. Touch pass to Harris, who makes the extra pass. And Wilson passes in. Watson trying to give his team the lead. And does. So Jaylen Wilson, his honey spot as he comes up, basically a flare right there along the baseline, is that corner.
Good pass.
Wilson will try and hit.
There's some great ones.
Wilson will try a 3. Got it.
Get it ahead. McCullough. They don't have to be in a hurry on their shot. We hit 7 minutes to go first half. Wilson. Understand what you want to accomplish. 8 seconds left. The jumper is pure.
Good help by Baylor to take that away.
Good feed, and Wilson got loose for the easy layup.
Good play by Yesufu there to get that steal. He really read that very well.
Wilson barrels his way to the basket and puts it home.
Really press up on Cryer, Flagler, and George.
Wilson buries a 3. Flagler's got 10.
These guys never seem to get tired. They play a ton of minutes and don't seem to ever get worn down.
Wilson jumper, got it. Jaylen Wilson with 14.
He's just in a great rhythm.
And he carries himself like the best player. His body language is so good.
Wilson from deep. Got it. And Kansas has the lead.
To double team, and Sheboy turns it over.
Wilson ties it up with a runner at the other end.
He's on the watch list right now.
KJ Adams not looking to drive on Sheboy. Wilson might have gotten away with a carry right there. And back comes Kansas. Wilson left alone. Boy, they backed off the guy with the ball. When KU's needed a bucket, it's often been Wilson tonight. And it is again.
Boy, he just muscled that ball to the basket.
Got a matchup he can go against. Keontae Johnson's got to stick with them and force him to turn the corner and get to the basket. And then the screen by Uday. Noel goes underneath it, and they couldn't get out to him fast enough on the switch.
He's got Wilson and McCullough with him. Gives it to Jalen, who shoots a three.
Are not going in, but it's also outstanding defense. They're not getting the looks they got in Lawrence.
Wilson for three. It's only their third three-point attempt of the day.
He's going to shoot it. Why
Wilson,
not?
Yep, third three of the day for Jalen.
They've been eating a nice cut, but couldn't make the pass.
Here comes Wilson heading to the rim, and he slides right past his middle school teammate Sherfield to lay it in.
That's a freshman. He'll finish that.
He's talented enough. They run that back door. Usually it's a 1-4 Princeton back door.
Little hesitation. Ball tipped around. Godwin with the rebound. Stolen away by Wilson. Wilson to the basket, off the glass. He got the pinball.
And you know Wilson's going to swing. You'd love to see other guys get it going.
And he hasn't made mistakes either. Bad shots, just played under the system. Strength going right. He's tough that way.
Continuation.
Over the last 20 years, though, without that dominant big, KJ Adams, the option at 6'5", as Wilson hits his first shot. Jaylen Wilson back to work. Contact up, good. Great finish. Bill Self calling out orders. Yesufu, three. No good. Offensive rebound. Wilson, and he puts it in.
And an outstanding rebounder. This is a winning play.
Lost at home to TCU by 1. Lost at home to Kansas State in overtime. But they have been almost unbeatable since. Wilson spins and hits. Tough one on the baseline.
9-1 in three-pointers made. Yeah, it's not hard to figure out the difference in this game.
Wilson again, and a chance for three. Harris back to Wilson. Wilson. He is taken over in the second half.
Here comes the crowd, a whiteout at Schollmeyer Arena. It's in the neighborhood of 7,000, and Wilson is on the board.
Wilson, one dribble. There's his first bucket since the 12:03 mark of the first half. From the field, 32%. Jalen trying to get in to the lane and with a high kiss off the glass.
In terms of passing.
2.5 minutes left in the first half in Lawrence. Underneath for Wilson, able to collect, spin, and score.
And Wilson buries a two. Here's Harris. Wilson up and under. Wilson, a three.
Yes,
Texas leading it by 13. Kansas trying to find a run. Wilson a three. Got it.
Look at a winning part.
92-93. Just very, very good.
Thank you. McCullough. Oh, look at that rebound. Wilson puts it in. Closing in on 3 minutes to go first half. Kansas leading by 11. Wilson.
Man.
That's well said.
Wilson up ahead, off the window and in.
He's got 3 fouls. But that guy can score.
Wilson inside and one. Almost the takeaway, and now Wilson again from 3. And another.
After transferring from Eastern Kentucky.
Wilson, jumper, got it. Wilson with Kalsher on him. Gabe Kalsher was first team all Big 12 in the defensive end. That one from D, and he got another.
Early in this game, a quick start. He's got 13. Juwan Harris could have coached the team. And that takes nothing away from the assistant coaches. Just they're dialed in and they know what they're expected to do.
Wilson inside, puts it in. TJ Otzelberger said he thought that Lipsy was going to be a really good player. Maybe not this good this fast. Easy looks.
Yeah, watch this. This time instead of short rolling, he's going to stay high so that he can seal Wilson inside. And that's that old lacrosse player, great passer, KJ Adams. Good, perfect pass right to the corner of the board.
Beach winning on their home floor. Yesufu into the paint, kick out. Wilson wide open. Cunningham takes a tumble.
Hunter's really been shooting it well the last 6 games. That's a great drive right there. I feel that way with him, but he's got to get shots. He's got to get free, use screens.
Wilson goes at the basket, puts it in.
You know, he hesitated on that shot. He wasn't sure he wanted to shoot it. You got to shoot it with confidence.
Wilson with the smaller Jabari Rice on him. The jumper is good. Strong rebound. Morris. Wilson comes away with it. Wilson at the basket. Jaylen Wilson with the smaller Jabari Rice on him. And that fadeaway, that is Gordon.
Harris lost the handle. Great defense by Kansas. On the run out. Harris leaves it for Wilson, who lays it in. Now Harris out of the pack. Yesufu gives it right back. Harris steady, gets it to Wilson. About 30 minutes after we're done here. And 2 teams that are very similar as they've arrived in this NCAA tournament. Wilson on the run out. They've arrived here with a clean slate.
Yeah, disappointed because of the amount of talent that is across the rosters on both squads.
Razorbacks don't get a lot of threes, fewest in the SEC, so anything they get is a bonus. Here's Wilson, top player. They all leave him, and Wilson with an easy bucket. Here's Wilson. Cut off. Wilson so strong, and he scores another and one.
Context for Kansas when things kind of get hurried up is Harris that slows him down, and a beautiful